Hi there, I'm Nick, one of the developers here, and welcome to our next release of Pest Register, version 2022.
Cut, Nick. What are you doing? It's Mira. We're not Pest Register anymore.
Sorry, Brad, I'm so used to introducing these damn videos as Pest Register. Let's go from scratch. Take 42.
Hi, I'm Brad Winter, CEO of Pest Register. Welcome to our next release. Today I'm proud to announce Mira. It's a new and exciting direction for our team. Beginning with this release, you will notice that we have both Pest Register and Mira branding in some spots. Over the coming releases, we will slowly transition the system over to Mira completely. We'll be marketing Mira more broadly to other appointment-based sectors as we move closer towards becoming a sustainable company. While we won't be called Pest Register, we will ensure that Pest Register focus is retained within Mira, as pest control is our passion. If you have any suggestions or feedback about how you think we should represent the pest control focus within Mira, we'd love to hear your feedback on the Pest Register Community Hub Facebook group. Now I'll hand you over to Nick to talk about the improvements within this new release. Over to you, Nick.
Hey again. We hope you look forward to Mira as much as we are. It's an exciting evolution for Pest Register, and we have so many great features lined up. However, for the rest of this video, I'll continue to address the system as Pest Register for one final time. Well, today I'm here to talk to you about our new release, Pest Register version 2022.2. This release is no doubt our biggest feature release yet and provides so many great new improvements. But before we take a closer look, there's a few details you should know. The first being, managing ledger accounts and tax rates have been removed. If you want to manage these, we recommend you do so through an accounting provider. Doing this then simplifies creating invoices, where you now simply toggle GST on and off for your line items instead of having to select a tax rate from a more complex drop-down. The same then goes when creating manual payments. Instead of selecting a ledger account, we now provide you with some payment categories such as via credit card or via cash. Second, all inventory are now classified as either products or services. The option of unspecified inventory has been removed. Any existing inventory which were classified as such have automatically been reclassified as a service, and you may change it yourself. Third, we've completely rewritten how we handle accounting providers. If you previously used an accounting provider, you'll need to re-authenticate yourself with the provider and then follow a few simple steps to complete the new required settings. Along with this, you'll be prompted to select ledger accounts and tax rates from the provider to use on Pest Register when re-authenticating. This will allow for a more seamless syncing experience. Now let's take a closer look at some of the major new features of release 2022.2. The first major change you'll notice when you open Pest Register is the redesigned dashboard. We've given it a fresh new look with new widgets to complement it, including a revenue widget for payments made on Pest Register, plus date filters for existing widgets such as outstanding balances and client referrals. We've also converted the existing invoice and payment summary page into a widget. The major new feature of this release is the ability to create and manage quotations. Quotations work much like invoices do, where you assign a client and then create line items. You may send off a quotation to a client and have them automatically approve the quotation via email or Client Connect. Once a quotation has been accepted, you can then quickly clone the quotation into an invoice. Invoicing has also received a fresh new look to match quotations. Some of the changes to invoicing include: invoices can now have a separate billing and service address. GST can be set on your line items by toggling a checkbox. Line items can have multiple lines of text. And you can now clone an existing invoice into a new invoice for a similar job. And as mentioned earlier, The final major change in this release is a redesigned accounting sync process. While we continue to support QuickBooks and Xero, we now also support MYOB. Some of the changes to the accounting sync process include: the setup process for connecting a provider is now much more refined and lets you select tax rates and ledger accounts to use for all your data on Pest Register. You can now also see how long a sync is taking and where it's up to, and you can then see any of the errors which occurred after the sync finished, plus resolve any errors by going directly to the specific item which failed. And when you open the dialog for an item such as a client or an invoice, you can then see its sync status with the accounting provider. And that's a brief rundown of some of the changes that we've made in release 2022.2. As I always say, please read our full release notes for a list of all the changes that we've made in this update. And as Brad mentioned earlier, we've got an active community hub on Facebook if you'd like to share questions with other users, myself, or some of the other team members of Pest Register. If you've also got another feature request or any other suggestions, visit our upvote site where you can upvote ideas and suggestions made by other users. You can access Upvote and our Facebook group via the Help Center within the app. Thanks for watching today's video, and we'll catch you next time as Mira.